guys, it's Dane with the Rad Company, and in today's video, we're gonna be restoring some trim with Solution Finish. All right, guys, so we have been a distributor of Solution Finish for a little over 3.5 years. And in that time, we have never made a how-to video on the product. And we were talking about it the other day and talking about trim restoration, and then it clicked that we have never shown you guys how to use Solution Finish, and that's a big deal. And so we wanna make up for that by providing you a pretty good video here with a good transformation. So for this and for the trim restoration video, we're gonna be using my 2001 Dodge Ram 1500. This mint ex-forestry truck is not really so mint at all. It's seen some shit in its day, but we're gonna try to fix that, right? We've already knocked out the interior, so I think the trim is another big eyesore in here that we wanna address. So using Solution Finish is really gonna bring this back to black and make it look good. Now, granted, it has a ton of imperfections in the trim. There's dings, dents, and things like that, but I think having it be a darker look is going to make that look a lot less noticeable. So for this video, we have our trusty Solution Finish that we're gonna be using, and we're gonna be knocking out the front and rear bumpers, knocking out the door handles, knocking out the cowl under the window, as well as the taillight surrounds. And I think this is going to turn out pretty dang good. So for the video and for everything we're gonna be using, just to kind of run through things really quick, we have Solution Finish here, obviously the main star of the show. I have some tape just to show you guys a 50-50, and then I have a couple different towels here along with an applicator. So for our wipe off, our cleaning and kind of degreasing the surface, we're gonna be using isopropyl alcohol in this IK sprayer here. And if you're new to trim restoration, or if you haven't used Solution Finish before, like I'm assuming many of you haven't, when doing the trim, you want to remove any oils. You want to remove anything like a dressing or anything that's been on there previously, because you want that to be a very clean mating surface for Solution Finish. So hence why we're going to be using that with a towel. And then we're also going to have another black towel here for the wipe off of Solution Finish once we apply it, because we want to level that out and make it look nice and uniform. So it's a really simple task. It's really easy to do this application and install, but hopefully you guys benefit from this video and learn something new. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna get started on a 50-50 first, because I have to win some of you over and show you that this stuff actually works. So we're gonna be taking a little bit of blue tape here and going right down the middle of this grill. If I can get that lined up, bring it right down to there, and then, yeah, that's good enough, right? So from here, we're gonna be doing our prep. So in this bottle, again, I have isopropyl alcohol. I have it at 90%. You can also use 70%, or you can even use a paint prep spray if you don't have any isopropyl alcohol. So what I like to do, spray product into the towel, and then we're gonna spray it along all of our trim here. And again, this is just going to remove any oils, any type of old dressings, or anything you might have on the surface. If you do have a trim coating, this is probably not even the video for you, right? If you want to do a trim coating, you can absolutely do a trim coating that will also darken the look and also give it some protection. Solution Finish in itself is going to darken the look, really make it look as OEM as possible. And then from there, if you want to coat over it, have at it. So just gonna wipe up our alcohol and we're done. Look at that, it's amazing. Ah, crap, it's coming back. Okay, so let's keep wiping. Cool. So you want this to be as clean as possible, because again, we want to have a good mating surface for the Solution Finish. So now that we've got that done, we're going to start our application. We're going to give this bottle a really good shake. You can hear a little marble. Could be, what do you think's in there, Dane? A marble?
Ball bearing?
Ball bearing, maybe, probably a ball bearing. Pop open this lid. I think this might be sealed. Not sealed, okay, we're good. And we're gonna apply a little of Solution Finish to the applicator. A lot of people go wrong and they apply way too much. This stuff is messy, hence why I'm wearing gloves. This is like the detailer's oil, right? When people say they've struck oil, they've struck gold, this stuff is pretty much gold, so you don't need a whole lot of it. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit to there, and that's about where I want it. So from there, we're gonna start working it into the trim. That looks amazing, by the way. So it's already doing some work. Now, if you do get it onto, like for example, I'm getting it on this chrome, I'm not worried about it, because this is not meant to stick to chrome, it's not meant to stick to paint. So anything that you get on other adjacent areas, that will wipe off. Keep working our way down here. One more solution finish. And this applicator sponge is really helpful because I can get into tighter areas. Cool.
Looks like you just painted it.
It does look like I just painted it. And so I'm hoping that a lot of second gen Ram guys see this, because I've seen everything under the sun, man. I've seen people for trim restoration, they use a heat gun, and a heat gun is not a good thing. It's a temporary fix to a long-term problem. When you start using heat guns to basically melt the plastic and re-dye it and turn it black again, you can only do that so many times before the plastic literally becomes so brittle that it'll break, or that it just starts looking so bad and so mismatched. It's not ideal. So I tell people not use a heat gun. I'd rather use a silicone dressing. I'd rather use any other type of dressing before going to that route. So honestly though, man, Solution Finish, for how quick and easy it is and with this kind of result, I can't think of a better product. So from here, grabbing our towel, we're just gonna knock this down. We're gonna level it all out. And this is a time that you can remove any residue that you've got onto the other chrome parts or any other painted parts. Like I said, it will just wipe right off. It's not meant to stick to that stuff, so it won't stick to it. One thing you can do, if you've gotten on anywhere, you're worried about it. Look, I got some twigs from picking that grill. You can do a little bit more alcohol inside there and do one last pass underneath. And take a little alcohol to remove any residual residue. Cool. That's the look I'm going for, man. That's it. All right, so time for the reveal to win some of you guys over. Check that out, man. That is not like 1 or 2 shades darker. That is literally a different color. That looks awesome. That seriously looks great. Looks so much better. Okay, so I'm gonna finish knocking out the rest of the front bumper. So we're gonna montage this and enjoy. All right, guys, so we finished up with the front bumper and that lower valence, and it looks absolutely killer. It looks so much better. Now, many of you are probably wondering, how long does Solution Finish last for? So this product alone will get you about a year, if not more, of having a deeper, darker look on your trim. It's pretty amazing how long it lasts. I think it blows everybody away because we're so used to dressings only lasting a week to a couple weeks, whereas this lasts literally upwards of a year. So awesome stuff. So looks awesome. Now, for anybody wondering in terms of dwell time and how long you should let this settle for, 1 to 2 minutes is what it recommends. So it penetrates the surface and penetrates the plastic and allows it to really start re-dyeing that surface basically. So you can let it sit for longer. If you want to let it sit for upwards of 10 minutes, you absolutely can. If you want to work your entire way around the car, then come back with your towel and wipe everything off, you can do that as well. Everything is extremely easy to remove off of other areas that aren't on the trim. So if it's on the bumper, if it's on the paint, it simply wipes right off. And if you're having some issues on stubborn areas, you can use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and that'll help take it off as well. So we've knocked out the front bumper, so we're gonna move on to the door handles. right, guys, so we got the door handles knocked out. I still have to do this rear door handle on the tailgate here, but other than that, we're gonna be knocking out the rear bumper. So this is how it works. Oh yeah, that's instant, man. So you want to work it into all those grooves because that's where you'll have a lot of your old hard water buildup. You'll have a lot of extra dirt and stuff. So you want to make sure you do a really thorough deep clean before knocking out the rear bumper, because this is where everybody stands, right? You go to get into your tailgate, or you go to throw something in the truck. Most people are standing up on here. So just make sure you really get into all the grooves. For you, Dane, a piece of my rear bumper to remember me by. You don't want it?
Nah.
It's a gift. I'm kidding, that's mean. All right, guys, and that is a wrap. That is how to use Solution Finish. I know I probably gave you a little bit more than you bargained for. I know you're probably just expecting one example, but I gave you multiple examples because I think that helps multiple people, right? Because not everybody has a faded front bumper, but they might have faded handles. Some people might have a faded bumper. Some people might have faded taillights. I totally get it, and so that's why I wanted to do a couple different examples on this truck, and also it just makes the truck look better too, which is nice for me. So hopefully you guys learned something new. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about Solution Finish. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at The Rag Company. And as always, if you guys like this video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rag Company.